Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. I have another property tour for you today. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm out here in the heart of Green Valley. We're right off of Paseo Verde and Valley Verde. The Smith Shopping Center is actually right behind me here on the other side of the neighborhood. We're in a gated community here. And why is this tour going to be different? Well, have you always wanted a pool? Maybe you don't want a pool. Well, I've got you covered. I am on Poetic Valley Circle, and I have two properties we're going to tour today. The same exact model, one with a pool, one without a pool, and we're going to compare them. The one without a pool, listed for $480,000. The one with the pool, $530,000. So about $50K extra, you can get the pool. Are you looking for a first-time home? Are you looking to downsize? Maybe you're looking to upsize. This could fit for so many different people, and we're in this great neighborhood here, and we're going to tour this home right now just for you. Both homes are 3 bedrooms. One has 4 bathrooms, so this one has 4, the other one has 3. Haven't really done a comparison video in a long time, but we're going to check this one out right now just for you. I'm Andrew Guiant with Simply Vegas. Let's go check the no pool home first, and then we'll head over to the pool home. Follow me. All right, everyone, here we are, 1857 Poetic Valley Circle. We're here in 89012, one of the most coveted zip codes in all of Henderson, Nevada. 2-story home, 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. You can see mature landscape, couple palms out front, 2-car garage. This home has some moderate updates to it. You know, we'll see some of the things they've done. Some things are original, a little bit of a mix, but this just might be the perfect home for you. The school zones we're in: Bob Miller Middle School, Coronado High School. Let's head inside. A lot of landscaping going on today in the neighborhood, and it's trash day as luck would have it. So yeah, as we walk in, we're greeted by these vaulted ceilings. We're about 18 to 20 feet on the ceiling there. You can see this laminate floor. Very tall baseboards, and as we look back this way, kind of this tile entryway. Built in 1997, probably the original tile here. The home appears to be freshly painted. You're going to see stairs going up right off to the left. Different kind of layout. You're going to have the family room straight ahead. We're standing in what would be the living room. You do have a catwalk balcony across the edge here. And yeah, just little touches here and there. Very unique home. 1,618 square feet. The next property tour will be the same. Is this the laundry room? Yes, it is. So you have a laundry closet. Washer, dryer, refrigerator do convey with the home. So you have these Cabrio by Whirlpool. Washer and dryer. Your closet there. And then off to the right side here, we're going to have a coat closet. Pretty standard. And then we're going to have a bathroom, pedestal sink, toilet. I'm feeling like there's only going to be 3 bathrooms in this house. In fact, I'm pretty positive of it. We're going to find out for sure. I went around and turned on lights. I didn't realize it says 4 bathrooms until I was reading in the intro. There's a little cat door or doggy door here. Then you kind of have this extra closet here. Does not smell like pets. So maybe a great little doggy den or something. Your catio, I don't know. If you're gonna do a pet in there, you might be better off switching that out to tile or laminate and then putting a rug down. Then we're gonna have a 2-car garage. 2-car garage. You know, there's a couple things I look at as far as size. when I walk into a 2-car garage and I look at how much space is on either side of the garage door, because these 2-car garage doors are pretty standard. So just a little over a foot on either side. So kind of on the more narrow side for a 2-car garage. And then I look for things like, you know, storage. So 2 cars, you could definitely fit 2 cars in here. It's going to be a little tight opening the doors if you have both cars in here, if you leave all this cabinetry in place. You have a little workbench. The other thing I look at is the depth of the garage. So you can see there's a hard stop there where the water heater is. So not a terribly long garage, probably about 19 feet there if I had to guess. But you do have a little workbench area with the pegboard, some overhead storage. Got your carrier system out here. You do have a little mural painted on the wall though. And that is hand painted. Interesting. Head back inside. And we'll head up the stairs. Not going to be a terribly long tour as it's a 1,600 square foot home. That's why I'm giving you a 2-for-1 special today. You can watch both, decide what's better. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your comparisons. Obviously, the pool or no pool is the biggest difference in these homes. I haven't been in the other home yet. We're going to find out. So you have the mirrored closet doors here. Decent sized room, fit a queen bed. You do have this carpet upstairs. It is an older carpet. It is definitely lived in. However, I don't see any staining or ripping. So definitely livable. If you're interested in switching out the carpet, I would say do it before you move in. Now we do have a patch right here. So they did have a situation where they patched the carpet. They did an okay job with the patch. It's just looks much newer. Now this carpet looks newer than this carpet. So kind of an interesting mix here. Pretty much the same size as the other bedroom. So this is bedroom number 2 here. Mirrored closet door, a little bit bigger of a closet here as far as the other closet kind of had this piece sticking out. You need to add your rack in there, or however you're going to customize that closet. Pretty basic interior doors here. You can see just the flat wood. They have changed out the door handles. You have the brushed nickel handles. Switch to a laminate floor for this bathroom. These are kind of things I look for here too. See that little gap between the baseboard and the quarter round? Is that caused by water? This probably is over here. A lot of the times you'll see tubs with some water damage on the floor here. Not necessarily a leak, but it's usually just a shower curtain or, you know, kids that aren't super careful type of issue there. Pretty original bathroom here, single piece countertop. Looks like they've refinished it. I can tell by the texture that they've refinished this countertop. I don't know if you can see the texture on camera. You can definitely tell it was sprayed. And then they've painted the cabinets. Tile, shower, enclosure there. So that's bathroom number 2. And unless there's 2 separate bathrooms in the primary, yeah, only 3 bathrooms in this home. Just a couple closets here. Thermostat over to the primary. This is the view here from the balcony. I do like the open space. Sometimes in homes like this, well, actually probably not in a home like this because of this vaulted ceiling, but sometimes you see these big open spaces and there's an option for a loft from the builder, but it closes in the entryway when you walk in the home. Don't think that was the case here because of this vaulted ceiling. Kind of started talking before my brain started thinking, but yeah, sometimes you see that where it's like over a living room or a dining room, well, they'll put in that loft and then you lose that sense of space right when you walk in the door. Over into the primary here, so you do have this molding around with this vaulted ceiling here. There's a shelf up there for your plants or your action figures, I guess, depending on which camp you fall into. Same carpet we saw in the hallway here. Yeah, I think they changed the carpet in that one bedroom, so it seems to be just a little bit newer. Good sized bedroom. Don't have an issue with the size of the bedroom here. We have 14 by 12. Yeah, that checks out. And then into this bathroom, the laminate, same laminate we saw downstairs. Now we do have newer carpet, it would appear, in the closet, and you do have a dual closet situation. Decent sized closet on this side. I think the closet on this side is going to be a little smaller. Yeah. So this is more of like a reach-in closet. And then they have this big unit here as well. So I'd probably rip that out and put the bar back across, and you have a decent sized closet for hanging clothes. If you put it up high enough, you could do some shelving at the bottom. And then another refinished sink. Yeah, they refinished this sink. And it might have been a DIY job. If you overspray, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but if you overspray and you kind of get that build up there, I don't know if you can see that line. There's just like a little bit of a build up. I mean, it looks nice, but it probably is like, you know, the DIY kit you buy from Home Depot. It's kind of a pain to do. I've tried it before. I was selling a house and had some rust kind of damage in the sink, and I was like, oh, I'll just buy that kit and spray it out and make it look good, trying to save a couple bucks. And I don't know, it might actually, the amount of time and effort going into that, you might want to just have somebody professionally just come and spray it out for a couple $100. Just my 2 cents on that. And then we have the tub shower separate here. So you have your fiberglass tub with the wrapped tile, and then kind of an interesting layout. I don't think I've seen like the tub here and then the shower kind of in the water closet. There isn't a door, so you have your toilet here. But yeah, kind of a cool layout, I guess. Maximize the space. And I've been touring new homes all day yesterday, all weekend with the client, and I gotta say, they've really gotten so efficient with the new homes. Mirror placement, interesting. And the new homes are selling like crazy because of interest rate incentives. Now you can go in, you can pick a lot, and you can purchase a home and kind of build it traditionally with a lot of the builders right now, but they are doing quite a few spec homes and move-in homes. So they always have usually at least one of each model that's, you know, going to be done in July or done in August or done in September. So, and on the sooner the home's going to be complete, or if it is ready, they're offering crazy incentives. Like we saw, it was 3.99 at Woodside Homes if you're a VA. 3.99 locked for 30 years. Like that's outrageous. Such a great interest rate. 4.5 on conventional there. So we saw multiple 4.5s on different builders. We checked out Century Homes, Beazer Homes, Woodside Homes, Taylor Morrison Homes. What am I forgetting? DR Horton. I mean, we checked out a lot of builders, and I mean, we saw 4.5, 4.875, 3.99, 5.3. I mean, just crazy interest rate incentives. So if you're looking for brand new construction, you get that warranty, everything's brand new. And I'm telling you, they've gotten so good with their models or their floor plans and really maximizing every square foot and just making it super livable and super comfortable. Give me a call. I would love to take you over there. I love shopping new homes with clients, and they're building so much all over the city. A lot of opportunity, a lot of options. So yeah, give me a call, because if you go for those move-in ready or the standing inventory, you can really get some smoking deals. We got 10K closing costs. We got all the appliances thrown in included. We got the blinds installed included, and a 4.875 interest rate. I mean, it's just outrageous what they can do right now. And so yeah, we fought them on the price, the closing costs, all of the appliances which weren't included. So free refrigerator, free, well, not free, you're paying for it, but you know what I mean. Throw in the refrigerator, throw in the washer and dryer, throw in the blinds. What I love when the builder installs the blinds is it's cheaper than having someone come out and do the blinds, in my experience. Don't do them yourself. So when you do the blinds, they're, you know, a foot too long, and you have to cut them. You have to do all the strings and tuck them. It's just a pain in the butt. Have somebody do them. And if the builder does them, they're responsible for them. They have to make sure they work, they're right. If they cause any damage, they have to fix it. Same with the washer and dryer. Let them install them. That way they're responsible. Something goes wrong, they have to deal with it. And that's all before closing. So yeah, give me a call. You really do want to be represented by an agent when you go see new construction. Do not go alone. You're not going to get as good of a deal, I promise you. I really push for all of the opportunities to save money, all of the extras they can throw in. I mean, I guarantee you there's quite a few of you watching this video right now that didn't even know they could throw blinds in, install the blinds for you on a home. Walk-in pantry here. Kind of skimmed by the kitchen while I was talking about new construction, but we have all stainless appliances. Obviously, they all come with the property. I like the frosted glass here because you can't see how messy your pantry is per se, but you can kind of see through it. And that's going to be it for the interior of this home. I love the double doors going out back here with the glass. I'm not a slider fan, you know that. Kind of glazed by this fireplace too. It is a gas fireplace. Same tile we saw in the front. So yeah, that's probably the original tile. And then just a little extra. I don't know if this was builder. I feel like that was probably, well, I see the tile cut around it. I guess that was the builder. Wow, okay. Gold's in great condition. That's good to see. And then out back, let's check out this backyard. So we aren't right next to the, oh, I'm gonna need two hands. Sorry about the camera work here. There we go. Some of these locks are tricky. You have to pull the handle up while turning it. So we are 2 houses here from the Smith Shopping Center. So, you know, no side neighbors there, but you are looking at the side of a building. Don't really see it from here. Pretty private backyard. The house behind, it's a big AC unit. The house behind is very tall and it is at a higher level. But, you know, unless they're looking out that window, pretty much privacy out here. And then this you see a lot on these tiered homes. So this is basically just their sprinklers and their water running off and coming down here. You can see there is some stucco damage. It's a block wall that they've stuccoed and painted. So you could re-stucco, repaint it, but you're always gonna kind of have this water seepage through and a little bit of that white discoloration. I'm not a fan of Italian cypress, you know that. I would tear these things out in a second. They are giving you some privacy, so maybe I would leave them. I'd have to think about that. And then just down this side here, there you go, solar shades on the home. This is store number 1. We're gonna head over and check out the one with the pool. Same model. Let's go. I'm gonna snap my fingers and we'll be right there. Okay, everyone, here we are. Round 2. We're gonna check out this property. Has the pool. There's some differences. So we're gonna check that out right now. Again, 1,618 square feet, 3 bedroom, 3 bath. This one listed at $530,000. The last one was $480,000, but same model. Same floor plan, just some little differences here and there. Follow me inside. I'm Andrew Guiant. Let's take a look at this one and see what you think. Leave me those comments below. Follow me. All right, here we are. 2-story home in this gated community in Green Valley. Couple unique things in this home I'm gonna point out. But first, let's get inside. It's already over 100 degrees and it's like 9:30 in the morning. It's gonna be a hot one today. That's all right, you just don't spend too much time outside in the middle of the day here. So we walk in, you have this tile throughout the home, including that tile backsplash, the tile baseboards there. And then much like the other property, vaulted ceilings, 18 to 20 feet tall. I believe the last home had a wall here and a cutout so you could see through, but this one's open. Guessing this post right here is weight bearing, which is why it's still there, or maybe they just wanted that little bit of separation. But so far, freshly painted. Same listing agent. These 2 homes were listed on the same day. I have reason to believe that the same person owns both of these homes. And if I wanted to get, throw my opinion out there, I would guess that they were both rentals and someone's ready to cash out. You have and I'll show you a couple reasons in addition to the fact that they're freshly painted, both listed on the same day by the same agent, that I think it's the same owner. Bathroom off to the right here, this coat closet, that's almost the same. Different tile down here, but I kind of don't mind because it is in the closet, better than carpet. This tile is really nice though, nice upgrade. And then you have this tile kind of chair rail going around, or this accent piece or border. You have your toilet here, your pedestal sink. The light is straight now. Look, I do my part, okay? Can't stand things like that. Tile in here. Remember on the other home I said, great little area for your pet, but I would tile it out, put some rugs down. Well, there's no doggy door there, but they did tile that out. Garage, I think, and I want to hear your comments. What do you like better? Tell me the differences you see. But I kind of like this garage better because you don't have all this storage and these shelves are easily removed and they also won't impede your parking. The other garage was cleaner, but this one, I like that I don't have to remove all those shelves there. Goodman instead of Carrier. If you know, you know. And that's the garage, so no workbench. It just feels like you have more space in here. And we shall keep moving. Up the stairs. Better carpet, newer carpet here. Different railing. This is like a metal railing. The other one was wood. Now, I'll have to look back at the video, but I think this is a nicer railing here as well than the other home. So upstairs, same thing we saw. Closet. These homes are turnkey. I mean, yeah, they might need a deep clean, but they're livable as is. This carpet goes all through the upstairs. Again, the big difference being the pool. We're going to talk a lot about that in a moment when we get down there. So you have to see this pool. I always appreciate a listing when all the light bulbs are working and on. So far, that would be the case here. This closet has the rack installed, the other one did not. That's probably a $30 rack there and very easy to install. Bathroom, same tile as downstairs. I like that. So no laminate in this home. The tile does go up the wall, and then you have the tub shower combo with the tile, and then another refinished sink here. So that's why I believe it's the same owner, because they came in and refinished these sinks. This whole unit here looks almost identical to the other bathroom. Down the hall, so you have this catwalk here. A lot of natural light in this home for a 2-story. Linen closet back here. Newer thermostat, it would seem. That's a Honeywell. Vaulted ceilings, no crown molding. I kind of prefer it without the crown molding. Newer ceiling fan, then just that fresh white paint. Now look out back here, no rear neighbors. You do have the channel for the water runoff, and then that's going to be the 215 freeway. Paseo Verde exit right there. Now standing here listening, just a slight white noise. It is fairly quiet in here. A loud car, a motorcycle, you're going to hear it. It's going to be over in a second because they're going, 70 miles per hour out there. Also the bike path, the walking and bike path over there. I don't know if you can see that. We'll look at that closer out back. So I've sold a house probably a quarter of a mile up the road with their back to this freeway area, and they really love it. You just kind of get that white noise. Really doesn't matter what your house is or where it's at. You could always hear a motorcycle going by or a car. I'd prefer this over a busy intersection with the stoplight, because that constant stop and start of cars is very loud. But this, I mean, it's just kind of this white noise hum that's very subtle in the background. So I don't mind it personally. Now, I will say resale in a home like this is a little bit tougher. I've sold homes on major streets or backing up to major streets, and it's always a comment where, nope, I don't want to live on a busy street. I don't want to live on a busy street. So, I told my client yesterday, one of the homes was on a busy street. It was backing up to Warm Springs. And I said, look, there's 2 parts to living in a home like that. And the first one is, do you mind it, right? And if you don't mind it, that's great. You can buy the home, but resale could be an issue. And again, resurfaced countertop here. And that's the kind of insight I want to give you, because again, I want to be a realtor for life, not just a transaction. I don't want to take my money and disappear. I'm available for you moving forward. In 7 years, when you go to sell your house, I want to be the one to sell it for you. And I want to make sure that, I just do the best job I can with due diligence and letting you know all material facts and information I have about a property. So you can see a little of the discoloration in the tiles there. It's not bad at all, but that's what I always talk about when I say I love a one-piece fiberglass tub and shower. If it's going to be fiberglass, I'd prefer it to be one piece. Nowadays, you have the big tile and there's a lot less grout lines. And that's going to be it for the upstairs. You can see they did switch to a smaller tile here, but it matches almost perfectly. So yeah, what do you think? Leave the comment below. Which house are you choosing? What do you like better? What are the big differences you see? I read all your comments, so let me know. This tile's hard to see dirt on, which is kind of a good thing. See some discoloration there. And I don't even know if that's the tile or something happened, you know, like here again. That's kind of the beauty of a tile like this. I do like this fireplace better. Not as much nonsense going around. Again, the gold's in great condition. And it's so much natural light for a two-story. Getting all this light. The home faces south, so the sun's gonna come up on, well, the left side if you're facing the front of the house here like we are now. You also have that glass panel in the door. You're gonna have a slider here instead of the double door going out. 1 point for the other house. Your dining area and then into this kitchen. And yeah, really nice to have that tile baseboard all the way around. Granite countertops here. Those have been replaced at some point. The double basin stainless sink, stainless dishwasher. I like they did the window ledge there. Black GE 4-burner gas range. That's definitely a little bit older. And then we have the GE microwave. And typically when you see something like that, would mean there is a vent going out. And yes, there is. And then the refrigerator here, Kenmore stainless. Good sized kitchen for sure. Pantry here. Obviously the other one had the really nice pantry door, so 1 point for the other house. Since your table goes here, you can definitely get like a big butcher block or some sort of countertop here for extra counter space if you want. That's what I would definitely do. Get a nice big butcher block there so you can set things on there, maybe a prep station. Oh, all the window sills on this side have the granite. That's kind of cool. And then I'm sure you're seeing it. Yep, that is not your eyes. That is actually a very green pool. Don't know why it's green. We're going to look for the pool equipment. I did a tour the other day. The pool pump was gone. The pool was green. This is a nice pool though. You have the 3 pots with the waterfalls coming off. I think that's a gas line over there. Oh no, that's irrigation. That's PVC. You have the steps down. So great pool for this backyard. Very private backyard. And even here, I mean, I can't really hear the freeway that much. The cicadas are louder than the freeway. So really not bad. It's just kind of a whoosh. Almost sounds like the beach. It's just more steady than the waves coming in and crashing. So here's your pool equipment back here. You have an original AC unit. That's why you get the home warranty included with the purchase. Also a pool heater there. So you do have a heated pool. This is all cool decking out here. But yeah, really nice pool. If this thing was cleaned up, you have another water line on that side. But if this was all cleaned up, I mean, this is a stellar pool. I really like it. You can scrub all that tile down, make it nice and shiny. And I mean, you're only $530 with the pool in Green Valley in a gated community. So not too bad. You have a gas line back here. I'm Andrew Guiant with the Guiant Luxury Group of Simply Vegas. I'm ready to help. Give me a call. This is my cell phone number. I answer it. I want to find out what the best plan is for you. We'll talk. We'll sit down in my office. And I'm ready to help you with your next move. I hope you like this double tour. $480, $530, pool or no pool. Leave me your comments. Hit that like and subscribe if you made it this far. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.